Once upon a time, in a cozy village nestled at the edge of an ancient, enchanted forest, there lived a little girl who was loved by everyone who knew her. She had bright, curious eyes that sparkled like morning dew, rosy cheeks that glowed when she smiled, and a heart full of kindness and wonder. But what made her most special was a gift from someone who loved her very much. A beautiful red velvet cloak with a hood that wrapped around her like a warm hug. Her grandmother, who lived deep in the forest, had sewn it with her own loving hands, stitching every thread with care and adding tiny golden stars along the edges that seemed to shimmer in the sunlight. The hood was so soft and warm that the little girl wore it everywhere she went, rain or shine, winter or spring. And so, everyone in the village began to call her by a special name. Villagers.
Good morning, Little Red Riding Hood.
That's me! I love my cloak. It makes me feel brave and special, just like Grandma.
One beautiful morning, when the sky was painted in shades of gold and pink, Little Red's mother stood in the kitchen, carefully packing a wicker basket with all of Grandma's favorite treats. There was warm, crusty bread that smelled like heaven, a jar of ruby red berry jam made from wild strawberries, golden honey that caught the light like liquid sunshine, and a small bouquet of daisies tied with a yellow ribbon. Mother.
Darling, come here for a moment.
Little Red skipped into the kitchen, her red hood bouncing behind her. Mother.
Your grandmother isn't feeling well today. I need you to take this basket to her cottage in the forest. But listen carefully, my love. This is very important. You must stay on the path. Do not wander into the woods. Do not talk to strangers, and go straight to Grandma's house without stopping. Do you understand?
Little Red nodded seriously, her small hands holding the basket handle. Little Red Riding Hood.
I promise, Mama. Straight path, no strangers, no stopping. I'll take good care of Grandma.
That's my good girl. Now give me a hug and be on your way. And remember, the forest can be full of wonder, but it can also be full of danger. Stay alert and stay safe.
Little Red kissed her mother's cheek, adjusted her hood, and stepped out into the morning sunshine. The basket swung gently at her side as she walked down the village path, waving to the baker, the blacksmith, and the flower seller. The forest entrance stood before her like a doorway to another world. Little Red took a deep breath, smelling pine and wild roses, and stepped onto the path. At first, everything was magical and beautiful. Butterflies danced in the air like tiny rainbow fairies. Birds sang sweet melodies from hidden branches. Squirrels chattered and chased each other up oak trees. Sunbeams painted golden stripes across the path.
What a lovely day! Grandma's going to feel so much better when she sees these treats. Maybe I'll pick a few extra flowers for her vase.
But deeper in the woods, where the trees grew thicker and the shadows stretched longer, something else was stirring. A pair of yellow eyes watched from the darkness. A wet, black nose twitched, catching the scent of fresh bread and sweet jam. And something else. The scent of a little girl.
What luck. A little snack wandering all alone through my forest. And in such a fetching red hood, too.
The wolf was clever. He knew he couldn't simply chase the girl. Someone might hear her screams. No, this required a gentler approach, a trick, a plan. He smoothed his fur, practiced his friendliest smile, and stepped out onto the path just as Little Red came around a bend. Little Red Riding Hood. Oh.
Well. Good morning, my dear. What a pleasant surprise to meet such a charming young lady in the forest today.
Little Red stopped, remembering her mother's warning about strangers. But this wolf had such kind eyes and such a polite voice. Surely it was okay to be polite back, wasn't it?
Good morning, sir. I'm Little Red Riding Hood.
What a delightful name! And where might you be headed on this beautiful morning?
I'm going to my grandmother's cottage. She lives at the end of this path, by the old mill.
She's not feeling well, so I'm bringing her some treats to make her feel better.
The wolf's mind raced with wicked possibilities. 2 meals instead of 1. But he needed time to reach the cottage first.
The end of this path, you say? How very dutiful of you. But tell me, dear child, have you noticed the beautiful wildflowers growing just off the path? Over there, past those trees?
Oh my, they're beautiful!
Your grandmother would surely love a fresh bouquet of those, don't you think? Much prettier than store-bought flowers. And look, there are blueberries too, fresh and ripe. Why not gather some for her?
Little Red's eyes lit up. Grandma did love wildflowers, and fresh blueberries were her favorite. What harm could there be in picking just a few? She looked at the path, then at the flowers, then back at the path. Little Red Riding Hood.
I suppose just a few flowers wouldn't hurt.
Mama did say to go straight there, but this is for Grandma. It would make her so happy.
Precisely! What a thoughtful granddaughter you are. You pick flowers and I'll be on my way. Farewell, little one.
As Little Red stepped off the path into the meadow, the wolf's friendly smile vanished. His eyes narrowed to hungry slits, and without another word, he turned and bolted through the forest, running on a shortcut he knew well, racing between trees, leaping over logs, his paws thundering against the earth.
Time to pay Granny a visit. And then dessert arrives. Oh, this is going to be delicious.
Meanwhile, Little Red picked daisies and lupines, humming the song her grandmother used to sing to her. She filled her arms with colors and sweetness, completely unaware of the danger racing ahead. The wolf reached the cottage first. He caught his breath, smoothed his fur once more, and knocked gently on the door.
Red? Is that you, dear?
The wolf made his voice as high and sweet as he could manage.
Yes,
The wolf.
Grandma! It's me, Little Red Riding Hood!
Oh, wonderful. Come in, darling. The door's unlocked. I'm too weak to get out of bed.
The wolf slipped inside and closed the door behind him. The cottage was cozy and warm, filled with the smell of lavender and chamomile tea. And there, in the bed by the window, lay a kind-faced old woman with silver hair and gentle eyes. Those eyes went wide with terror. Grandmother.
You're not red.
No, Granny. I'm much, much hungrier than Little Red.
But this wolf was clever, remember? He didn't want to harm the old woman. Not yet. Instead, he grabbed a large wicker trunk from the corner, and despite her protests, bundled the grandmother inside and locked it tight. Grandmother. Help! Someone help! The wolf.
Hush now. You'll spoil the surprise.
Then, with a wicked grin, the wolf put on grandmother's nightcap, her spectacles, and her lace shawl. He climbed into her bed and pulled the quilts up to his furry chin.
Perfect. Now I wait. And when Little Red arrives, snap go my jaws, and dinner is served.
Not long after Little Red finally arrived at the cottage, her arms full of wildflowers and her basket heavy with treats, and she'd taken much longer than she meant to, lost in the beauty of the meadow.
Grandma, I'm here. I brought you something special.
She pushed open the door and stepped inside. The cottage felt different somehow, too quiet, too still. The curtains were drawn, casting everything in shadow.
Grandma, are you awake?
Yes, my dear. Come closer. I'm very weak today.
Little Red walked slowly toward the bed, setting down her basket and flowers. Something felt wrong, but she couldn't quite place what it was. She leaned closer to the figure in the bed.
Grandma, what big eyes you have.
All the better to see you with, my dear.
And Grandma, what big ears you have.
All the better to hear you with, my sweet.
Little Red's heart began to pound. She took a step backward.
And Grandma, what big teeth you have.
The wolf threw off the covers and lunged forward, his disguise falling away.
All the better to eat you with!
You're not my Grandma. Help! Somebody got me!
Little Red screamed and ran, but the wolf was faster. He cornered her against the wall, his jaws snapping, his claws scraping the floor. Just then, from outside the cottage, came the sound of an axe chopping wood. A woodcutter had been working nearby, clearing fallen trees from the forest path. He heard the scream and came running, his axe still in his strong hands. Woodcutter.
Hold on! I'm coming! Get away from that child, you beast!
The wolf spun around, snarling and snapping, but the woodcutter was brave and quick. He swung his axe, and the wolf dodged. They circled each other like dancers in a deadly waltz. Little Red, thinking fast, grabbed the jar of honey from her basket and threw it with all her might. It struck the wolf right between the eyes.
Ow! My eyes! I can't see!
The woodcutter seized his chance. With one powerful shove, he pushed the sticky, blinded wolf toward the door and out into the yard. Woodcutter.
Run, wolf, and never come back! If I see you near this village again, my axe won't miss!
The wolf, defeated and humiliated, stumbled away into the forest, howling in pain and rage. His tail disappeared into the shadows, and he was never seen in those woods again.
Grandma! Where's my grandma?
In here, dear. In the trunk.
Grandmother?
The woodcutter quickly unlocked the trunk, and Grandmother emerged, shaken but unharmed. Little Red threw her arms around her and hugged her tight.
Oh, Grandma, I was so scared. I thought I'd lost you.
I'm safe now, thanks to you and this brave woodcutter.
Thank you, sir.
You saved both our lives.
I'm just glad I was nearby. Are you both all right?
They nodded, and soon the three of them sat together at Grandmother's table, sharing the bread and jam and honey that had survived the adventure. They laughed with relief, and the cottage felt warm and safe again. That night, Little Red told her mother everything, how she'd met the wolf, how she'd left the path, how she'd nearly lost everything because she didn't listen. Little Red Riding Hood.
I'm so sorry, Mama. You were right. I should have stayed on the path. I should have remembered that not everyone is kind, and some dangers hide behind friendly smiles. I'm proud of you for telling the truth, my love, and I'm grateful you're safe.
We all make mistakes, but the bravest thing we can do is learn from them.
I learned that being brave doesn't mean forgetting to be careful. It means listening to the people who love me, trusting my instincts when something feels wrong, and never, ever leaving the safe path, not for flowers, not for strangers, not for anything.
Her mother kissed her forehead and wrapped her in a warm embrace. From that day forward, Little Red Riding Hood became known throughout the village not just for her beautiful red cloak, but for her courage, her cleverness, and her wisdom. She never forgot the lesson she learned in the forest, and whenever she visited her grandmother, which she did often, always taking the safe path, she would look at the trees and remember, the world is full of wonder and magic, but it's also full of dangers we must respect. Listen to those who love you. Trust your heart when it whispers warnings. And always, always stay on the path that keeps you safe. And they all lived happily ever after. The end.